jobs number. Now, again, what does this tell us? For all you crypto people out there, what's important about this is it tells us it's still a risk asset. Maybe it's not as risky. People aren't viewing this like, other things. But remember, gold sold off and Bitcoin sold off too because the dollar is going higher. So markets are going down. I mean, this is wild, guys. Markets are going down. Bonds are going down. Gold's going down. Bitcoin's going down. Pretty much everything's going down except yields in the dollar, which again is a flight to, at least the dollar's a flight to safety. You can see is that we had this move up, green candle, and then look at a full reversal, and then notice how price comes down right after that. That's never a good thing. This is not good to see. It tells you that as soon as these buyers came in, there were major sellers that pounded it down, pounded it right back down. Again, price is going to have a struggle there and is likely headed back down in the near term to this level around 1580. Now we'll have to see if it holds 1580. Down, we go down here. We broke out. So as long as you stay above this trend line, I'm going to keep a positive bias on Bitcoin. All right, now if we were to sell off and come like this and get back below, now you got to flip back to negative. But as long as we stay above this down sloping trend line, you have to think that we at least will touch this level. There's even a chance for us to go back to what I would call the scene of the crime, this 30,000 to 31,000 level, which gets us very, very close to this recent, 52-week high, we'll call it.
Bitcoin's recent aggressive rally to fresh highs above $28,000 has stirred significant interest in the financial investment community. The surge is speculated to possibly be the beginning of a massive new uptrend, making it a crucial time for investors to pay attention. Bitcoin has had a big week and is currently trading back at $28,000. In this video, Gareth Soloway analyzes the chart to best answer if this is cause for bullish consideration, or whether this is just another bull trap. Ethereum has had a move up and a full reversal. Expect the price to drop, due to major sellers that are pushing the price down, but when Ethereum is likely to drop more, which is good for investors to buy more of it. What do you think Bitcoin will do next? Let me know in the comments. In this video, expect to gain a full overview of the key charts and data sets across Bitcoin and Ethereum. Gareth Soloway will equip you with the alpha you need to feel fully prepared when navigating these choppy markets. Gareth, being a master of the charts, is exceptionally good at removing the emotion from trading and providing unbiased analysis based strictly on the charts and data. Watch the video to learn more as Gareth Soloway explains the charts, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Daily Crypto channel.
Without further delay, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here, guys, and we are going to look at Bitcoin because I know you guys are eagerly awaiting, or at least some of you guys are. And again, one of the things to look at here, Bitcoin, and let me refresh my screen. Here we go. So Bitcoin, basically what we have is obviously a short-term breakout that we had last week, and I'll touch base on that. So remember last week, we talked about how once we got above this line, the bias in the short term became bullish. What we saw was a continued move up, almost achieving this next level of resistance right here, which is going to be the next level right up here around 29,000, right? It came up short, it stalled, and now it's kind of just chopping sideways. All right, now the key again is this trend line here, right? This trend line down, down, down. We go down here, we broke out. So as long as you stay above this trend line, I'm going to keep a positive bias on Bitcoin. All right, now if we were to sell off and come like this and get back below, now you got to flip back to negative. But as long as we stay above this down sloping trend line, you have to think that we at least will touch this level. There's even a chance for us to go back to what I would call the scene of the crime, this 30,000 to 31,000 level, which gets us very, very close to this recent, 52-week high, we'll call it. Okay, so that's your key analysis on Bitcoin. Again, short-term positive bias on Bitcoin. Again, midterm, I'm still very skeptical because I don't trust the financial system in terms of the stock market. And that, again, still makes me worried that Bitcoin could struggle. If you see panic, a lot of people say to themselves, well, if the stock market collapses, wouldn't Bitcoin do better? Well, eventually, yes. Eventually, I think it becomes the digital gold. It's not fully there yet. It's maybe 1/4 there. So it still can be affected, and there still can be panic, especially with crypto investors. Remember, A majority of people in crypto are smaller investors. Unlike people in Apple, if you're in Apple, it's a lot of institutions. Heck, Warren Buffett owns a massive amount of Apple. He's not going to get panicked. He's really not, right? So you have a lot more stability in some of these big cap tech stocks versus within crypto. So if you see panic filtering through the population, people are going to panic and they just sell. It's not even a thought about it. It's irrational. It's emotional. And that's why you can see potentially selling in the future on Bitcoin. All right, so that's our Bitcoin chart real quick. I do want to just touch base on Ethereum as long as we're doing this here, guys, real quickly. If we go to Ethereum, I know a lot of you guys are into Ethereum. Just remember, we still have a head and shoulders pattern here on the Ethereum chart. So here's our head and shoulders, right? We have our shoulder, our head, and our shoulder, and we have broken. And if you calculate the target like we just showed before, you actually get down to 1100. So that would be your kind of max downside. If we got to 1100, I actually would start to buy a hodl position. I don't have any Ethereum right now. I would actually start to inch in a little bit down here because I am a long-term believer in Ethereum, much more in Bitcoin, but I still think Ethereum has a major place in the future of investing. We obviously have the futures now on Ethereum. Eventually, we'll have a spot ETF just like with Bitcoin. Okay, now one of the things I don't like on Ethereum short-term here is look at the reversal that we saw here. Let me zoom in a little bit here on this chart, right? So if we zoom in, what we can see is that we had this move up, green candle, and then look at a full reversal, and then notice how price comes down right after that. That's never a good thing. This is not good to see. It tells you that as soon as these buyers came in, there were major sellers that pounded it down, pounded it right back down. Again, price is going to have a struggle there and is likely headed back down in the near term to this level around 1580. Now, we'll have to see if it holds 1580 there. But again, just a reminder here, these type of price actions are important to keep note of. If we flip back to Bitcoin, look at this. And I'm doing this to really educate you guys and teach you about this because it really does help. So if we go to Bitcoin, and I'm going to zoom out here on the Bitcoin chart, notice again where we had this type of action. Green candle up, red candle down, engulfing or negating it. What happened to price? It went down, right? And then we had this bigger collapse. Green candle up, 2 days later, full reversal, price went down here. Now, right here, we had a red candle, big green reversal, and what did price do? It's gone up. So these are little signals. The charts are amazing. It's like dropping little breadcrumbs. And if they drop the breadcrumbs, it's up to us as traders and investors to scope it out and follow the breadcrumbs to the ultimate outcome, or at least the highest probability outcome. And that's really what the charts are doing for us, right? I've said this before. It's like, this when you don't know charting and you just look at this, you're like, wow, what a messy thing. Like, how the heck does anyone even make sense of this? But then you start learning the language of the chart, like a foreign book, like you start to learn a language, and you're like, wait a minute. All right, so these are telling me little signals. And this is why I hope each and every one of you does take the time to actually learn just a little bit. Try to do it once a week. What's one thing about a chart that you can learn? And maybe you learn it from this game plan. I hope you do. I hope you share it with your friends. It means the world to me. The comments you guys leave really does. But again, it does help you. And what you learn now, whether you're 10, 20, 50 years old, it will help you the rest of your life. It changes your mindset on investing in a way that really changes your financial future. Like you morph into something much, much more amazing financially for the rest of your life. So enough preaching there. I do want to pop back to the center stage here and just say we're going to take 15 seconds to just touch base with our amazing sponsor, iTrust. Take it away. Go over here, guys. Next chart is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has not made much price action difference. We continue to chop. It did see a little drop on this. Like if we go to the intraday 10-minute chart, yes, it did drop on the back of this jobs number. Now, again, what does this tell us? For all you crypto people out there, what's important about this is it tells us it's still a risk asset. Maybe it's not as risky. People aren't viewing this like, other things. But remember, gold sold off. And Bitcoin sold off too because the dollar is going higher. So markets are going down. I mean, this is wild, guys. Markets are going down. Bonds are going down. Gold's going down. Bitcoin's going down. Pretty much everything's going down except yields in the dollar, which again is a flight to, at least the dollar's a flight to safety. Yields is just a flight to safe return, right? You're getting 5%, 6%, whatever you're getting. But again, Bitcoin having a nice little dump out here. Let's flip back here on the charts. And if we go to the chart on the daily, Basically, this is all you need to know about the daily Bitcoin chart. There's levels you want to be following. The first level here, basically, if we consolidate back in here, as long as this trend line holds, it's bullish. Okay? This could also go sideways and go up. Either way, Bitcoin near term remains bullish. In fact, this is looking more and more like a bullish consolidation pattern. I still think there's a good chance we test this 29,000 level, maybe even testing up here in the near term. Now, again, doesn't tell me where we'll be in 3 months from now, but ultimately near term, 1 to 2 weeks out, unless this level breaks, it's a bullish bias near term on the chart of Bitcoin. Now, if this level at 26,000 breaks, then it's bearish. Once you get below here, this now looks to go much, 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 much lower.
We probably would head down. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.